Hey guys, it's the Blade Sickness here. Just coming to do a little review on the Steinhart watch. This is the Ocean 1 black model, and it's not the GMT, it's just a regular black model, and it is with the ceramic bezel. I do have a full review of this watch on my channel. You can go look that up, and I've been answering a lot of questions in the comments over there, so if you do have any questions, either direct them here or to that video, and definitely check out that review for the if you want to hear about the watch itself. Today I'm just going to be going over putting the watch on a Nato strap, because most of them I have seen them just on the bracelet, and it's a beautiful bracelet. However, I do wear this to work every day, and I don't want to scratch up the bracelet too much. In addition, I'm also becoming diver certified. Within the next month I'll be taking the test, and even though the bracelet is very nice, very heavy duty, it is a little bit harder to fit this watch over a wetsuit, if that's something that you're needing to do, or if you're wearing it over any different types of clothing, the Nato strap is going to be a lot better. So we'll take a look at this here. This is the bracelet off of the watch, just in case you ever wanted to see what it looked like. You can see I still have the manufacturer pens in the watch there. Hopefully you'll focus on this. And the reason that I left these on there is because the Nato strap that I bought, this is a Chibo strap off Amazon, came with secondary pins, and it also came with a spring bar tool. Definitely get the spring bar tool if you are planning on removing your watch band. I've never done it before. It's a pretty easy thing to do, but you do want the tool. You don't want to be going at it with, a screwdriver. This is a Phillips head. You don't want to be going out at it with a screwdriver, because you can scratch up the sides of your bracelet, which of course you don't want to do. So we'll take a look at this. This is like, you can take a look at the packaging. It came here. You can see the model number and everything like that. But basically this is just, you go to Amazon, you type in Nato strap, and this is one of the first things that comes up. One of the best sellers. It comes with 2 extra spring bars and the spring bar tool. This is the 22mm version, which fits well with the lugs of the Steinhart. You can see hardly any gap where it attaches here, which is very good. And this is a 22mm up here, and it does, well, it's a 23mm technically, and then it goes down to 22mm as you get towards the clasp. However, the 22mm Nato strap seems to fit this well. You can buy a lot nicer Nato straps, but in my experience in wearing this probably about a month every day, it's been perfectly fine. So basically all you have to do is you take the spring bar tool, you take the forked end there, if you can see it, and you just push down on the sides of the spring bar. You can see the spring bar has a little thing there that will be inside the watch, but if you can hook it right onto that edge there and pull it down, get one side out, and then use the spring bar tool to get the other side out, it's no problem. It took me about 5 minutes while being careful. Mainly, I just want you to get a look at how the watch looks on a strap like this. You can see the back. That is the other nice thing about having it on a Nato strap, is that it protects the back of the watch from your hand. So if it's particularly cold outside or anything like that, you won't have that cold watch or cold bracelet rubbing up against you while you're doing whatever you need to do. You can tell this is a cheaper Nato strap because the stitching is exposed on the back. I guess a lot of the nicer ones will have less stitching on the back. So basically, once you take the watch off of the main bracelet, it's pretty easy to put it on a Nato strap. And that's the other nice thing about the Nato straps. If you can get a lot of them for very cheap, you can get leather bands or anything like that. The spring bars that come with this one are a little bit smaller than the ones that come on the original watch. You can see the diameter of the actual pin is a little bit thicker, and that's the reason that I chose to keep these in the watch themselves. It also keeps that last little pin there. You can see when you pull it out, this part starts to come off, the end link. So I keep that in there. I keep that in the Steinhart watch box. You can keep it anywhere you like. And then to put on the Nato strap, literally all you do is run one end through there. That's the top of the watch with the buckle side over here. Put that thing on, run it through. You run it through the back, doing it through the viewfinder, so bear with me here. and you run it all the way up to the clasp part. And then all you do is you take this part and you put it through here. And there you go, your watch is ready to rock and roll. I have been using this while doing dives with it, nothing too deep. I think the max we've done, we're just doing training at the moment, the max I've done is 10 feet with this thing. But I can verify that absolutely no problems with it. Underwater, it looks great. It's very easy to see the dial, and it's very easy also underwater to manipulate the coin dial here. The jimping on the sides here is excellent. I've done it with gloves and without gloves underwater, and it's very easy to maneuver it. Of course, it is a one-way bezel, so that way you don't... this is for measuring how much time you've been underwater. So, for example, if you calculate that based on your air consumption, you can stay 30 minutes underwater, you just click it over to the 30-minute mark from wherever you are, and then when your minute hand gets to that point, you know you're basically going to be low on air. So anyway, if you are going to be doing any type of work, whether you just wear this watch to work or you're using it for diving, I highly recommend one of these NATO straps. I don't find anything wrong with this one. I'm sure you can find better ones, but to start out with it, get yourself a cheap NATO strap, try it out to see if you like it, and it'll save your bracelet. Now that it's very easy to change out, so now if I do want to use this bracelet for a dressier event, or if I'm something like that, wearing it with a suit, have an interview, you can save this bracelet. You can see I do have some scratches on it, on the highly polished area there, but otherwise this bracelet actually held up very well to all of the abuse I gave it. Like I said, I've worn it pretty much every day since I've gotten it. So, but yeah, this is just a look at how it looks on a NATO strap. It looks beautiful. This is the James Bond style NATO strap. Actually, let me throw it on off camera here, so that way you can see how it looks. Of course, this is you just pull it through and engage the clasp. I do have a fairly small wrist, I will say, so if you buy this watch, you won't have as much overhang here. I have found that this does not bother me at all. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Having that little bit stick out like that does not bother me at all. If it really bothered you, I don't wear it very tight either. You can see that it goes over. You can take it and tuck it in to the back part here, so you can tuck it over, and then that'll flatten out and you won't even be able to tell that there is excess overhang. I find that's unnecessary, and you do not want to cut this strap, partially because it'll be more difficult to keep it from fraying in the future, and also because if you do have an application in the future, for example, wearing it over a wetsuit, which I've been doing, you want that extra length. That wetsuit will add some thickness to it. So if you have a 3mm wetsuit, you're going to need to open up this watch a little more to fit it over the wetsuit. So anyway, this has just been a quick review of how the watch looks on a NATO strap. I'll leave it off. How it looks on a NATO strap. I've been very happy with the watch, absolutely no problems. You can see that the sapphire crystal is still intact. The ceramic bezel, like I said, wearing this every day. I work at a grocery store, so I'm banging this around on everything all the time. I've worn it underwater on dives with equipment on, and absolutely no blemishes on the watch itself. I did get some blemishes, some little scratches on the stainless steel band, but of course that's to be expected with wear. But yeah, very happy with the ceramic bezel, very happy with the sapphire crystal in this. The screw down crown works great underwater. Yeah, I've been very happy with this watch. So if you don't have one in your collection, this is an excellent watch for the money. This is the Blade Sickness. Please do like and subscribe. Plan on putting out some more videos soon here in the future. And let me know what you think in the comments. Ask any questions you have. Thanks. Signing off.